Hello guys, it's your girl Carissa in the building. How's everybody doing? This is my labor and delivery video for you guys. And sorry about all the boxes in the background. We're still, unpacking and stuff, and all that stuff is still back there. We're getting organized. Couches behind me, and there's another couch, and also on this side it's a TV. And we have some more boxes and TV and stuff, guys. But we're still packing. Taken forever to get everything unpacked, but I wanted to come on here and tell my labor and delivery story. Let me get my chair up, guys. Feel comfortable. I think the lighting is kind of trying to get the lighting on point. But anyways, okay. My labor and delivery story. It's a crazy labor and delivery story, guys. This is my first time experiencing this kind of craziness, and it's just a whole lot into plays into the video, so stay tuned. Well, the night before I went into labor, I was having contractions and ongoing contractions for the whole week. My doctor was like, if you have consistent contractions, go in, don't be scared. It was I'm just gonna rewind it back. Okay. When I had my first son, let's just say all of my kids. Let's just say all three of my kids. My fourth one was my new baby I just had now. This is my labor and delivery story for him. Okay, my three other kids, I went into labor going into my doctor's appointments. This one, it was kind of, counter contractions, be on your own type thing. That was my first time experiencing this, and I never had this. I'm gonna be straightforward with you guys. In the beginning of my pregnancies, I never ever experienced contractions. And honestly, this last pregnancy, contractions to me, it's like Braxton Hicks. It's like, I can't tell if I'm having contractions or feel contractions. I feel contractions, but they're not painful at all. They're not painful at all. So if a girl goes into labor and my water breaks and all that craziness, my contractions are not painful. I'm just gonna put it out there for everybody that's out there that had their babies and they want the contractions. Look, guys, when I delivered my daughter, I was sitting on the 5, 6, 7 when I was, going to the hospital for my doctor's appointment. I was sitting on that, and everybody, the nurses and everybody, was sitting saying, "You're not in pain. You're not crying. You're not, looking like you're in pain." I was looking, see how my face is now, guys, like my regular face. I was sitting like that when I had my daughter. But this is about my son, so I was just telling you about my other labor experiences. But to be completely honest, contractions to me, I can't feel them, can never feel them. The only time I could feel the contraction was in my back, and that's when they broke my water when I was with my daughter. I never had all my pregnancies, even this last one, my water didn't break, guys, not by itself. The doctors had to break my water. I've never had my water broken by itself. Don't know how to experience it. I never experienced it. I don't know what it feels like, guys. No. If you ask me, have I experienced water breaking by myself? Honestly, I'm going to be complete honestly, no. It has not happened to me. Don't know why, but it just doesn't happen to me. And the contractions to me, just before the water breaks, I don't feel them. So if I go into labor by myself, and like, that's why I kind of got scared of driving myself to the nail shop, because it's like a girl can't feel her contractions, so a girl had to stay at home my last few weeks of being pregnant. So okay, let's fast forward to the night before I went into the hospital. I went into the emergency room and I didn't come home, guys. So the night before I went into the delivery room, I went into the delivery room around I want to say the next following morning around 8 or 9 a.m. I'm not sure. It was really early in the morning when I went. I had got up at 6 a.m. to take a shower and get freshened up to go to the hospital, because I was feeling contractions, but they were like, to me, in my sleep, they were like mild. So it was like I was having consistent contractions at 8 p.m. to like 8 a.m. So it was like mild for me. So I was like, to me, contractions feel like Braxton Hicks. So I was like, okay, I'm 38 weeks. I was 38 weeks, 4 days when I delivered my son. Yes. And the contractions was just, on and off, on and off. So if I was to drink something, they would stop. But there were actually contractions. It wasn't Braxton Hicks. Because Braxton Hicks you get early, like around 32 weeks, 35 weeks, you get Braxton Hicks. I was sitting on 38 weeks already. So I was having real contractions. But my real contractions were very, 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 very low and frequently. They would go and come, and sometimes it would stay for like literally maybe 10, 15 minutes. Just sitting on my contractions, back and forth frequency, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So fast forward, when I went into the emergency room, I had my child's dad drive me to the emergency room, and he drove me to the emergency room. You know, I'm thinking I'm coming home. Okay, guys. First of all, your girl had a hospital backpack just in case I was in labor. I didn't know it, but turns out, went into the emergency room. Your girl was diagnosed with high blood pressure. I felt really sad because I was sitting on high blood pressure, and they told me they wasn't gonna let me go. They told me, they said you need to be admitted, and I was sitting on 4 centimeters, guys. 4 centimeters. I was dilating, but I didn't feel my contractions, so that was a good thing. And that was also a bad thing because I'm going to the hospital because of high blood pressure. I'm sitting on high blood pressure because, you know, this is the part that turns into the worst part, guys. It's getting sad and sad. These doctors are coming in back and forth asking me questions. I'm in a triage. I'm not in my room. I'm in just a triage, just sitting there waiting. They had me plugged up to machines, and they had one on my arm. They put a freaking IV in my hand. It was just pumping high blood pressure medicine into my hand. It was like, oh, you have high blood pressure. They were just giving me these pills. I had to pop pills while I'm sitting on the triage bed. Not even in my labor and delivery room. I didn't even make it to the labor and delivery room. This is before a few hours. I was having consistent contractions when they was giving me the IV and stuff. My contractions started kicking in, but I wasn't feeling my contractions. They could see my contractions on the screen, but I couldn't feel my contractions. It was asking me, are you feeling your contractions? Because you're having contractions on the screen and you don't feel them. I'm like, no, I don't feel them. To me, when I feel contractions, they're very, very, very mild. So I'm just sitting there on the hospital bed thinking, oh, I'm having contractions, but your girl's barely feeling them. So I'm just like getting dosed up on this pill. They're getting the IV. It was like a start IV on you. It was just start this, start that. And it was like, Carissa, let me tell you something, baby girl. You're not going home. You're getting admitted today, and you're gonna have this baby today. It was October 14th when I delivered my baby, guys. At 6:29 p.m. was when I had my son. I was by myself. I delivered my son because we just didn't have nobody to watch the kids, and you know, I gotta do what a girl gotta do. Even though I would love to have somebody in my hospital room that day, it's just, it's okay. You know, your girl was a trooper. But back to the story before I delivered him. This is just crazy. Not only I was on high blood pressure. This is the scary part. Like, scary. And it makes me emotional, but it's just scary at the same time because these doctors were telling me things. It was like, have you been diagnosed with preeclampsia, and have you ever been diagnosed with it? It was asking me medical questions about family history and history. They were just asking me all these questions, and I started getting scared. I started shaking. It is making me about to cry because this is I never faced this. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I never faced this before. This is my first time going through this. And they said, well, we have to give you this IV. We have to give you another IV to stop, just in case you have a seizure while you're giving birth. We just don't want you to have a seizure. So I'm just like, a seizure? I never had a seizure in my life. So guys, just imagine the doctors coming in, they're telling you, they're hooking you up to IV, and it was like, okay, you have to take this medicine in order for you and the baby to be okay. And I'm okay, mind you, I'm sitting by myself in just the emergency room, guys. Just went into the emergency room because I was feeling contractions. I had to be on the safe side because, you know, I'm 38 weeks, 4 days pregnant, and my baby boy still wasn't born. Remember a few days before I went into the emergency room, emotional. I had to calm myself down just to switch back to the other story just real quick because this is a really emotional time for myself. It's just, I didn't have nobody. So just imagine you being by yourself and your doctors are telling you just crazy stuff. So before, I was sitting on 3 centimeters a week and a half before my doctor's appointment. I came into this emergency room because of contractions. And I ended up getting admitted, not only because my contractions was consistent and I couldn't feel my contraction, I was sitting on high blood pressure. And I was diagnosed with preeclampsia at the same time. And I'm just sitting here going, oh my God, God, I'm sitting here praying, like, God, please let me have a healthy, successful delivery with this baby, because I don't want to fall into depression, and I'm not trying to fear myself before trying to deliver a baby, because that's sitting off the freaking thing to have on your finger to check your pulse. I'm sitting there shaking. And the lady was like, are you okay? Are you okay? I'm like, I've never been diagnosed with preeclampsia before, so I don't know how to take it. And I heard serious and bad things about preeclampsia, so I'm just like shaking to myself. And it was like, ladies, you gotta stay calm. You gotta calm down, because if your blood pressure gets high, you will fall into a seizure. And I said, a seizure? I never had a seizure in my life. And I started crying, like tears just rolled down my eyes, guys. It's very emotional for me, because I experienced this by myself, and it's just it was a scary day for me, but it was also a beautiful day because I had my son, my beautiful son, and I will never forget that day. But when they was telling me that I had preeclampsia, it was like, whoa, we have to admit you need to go, we're going straight to labor and delivery. So they roll me to straight, they get me off the bed. I'm sitting here with an IV in my hand. They didn't put the IV in here how they normally do. They put it on where my thumb is, right here. They put the IV right there. So it's like something new. I never had it before, because when I had my kids, it was in here. Now they put it right here. So I'm just sitting in this wheelchair, pregnant. They're trying to get my weight and checking me, and I'm already drowsy and dizzy and stuff. And oh, my daughter's right here, guys. Oh, baby, say hello. Say hello. Okay, baby, give me a second, okay? I was diagnosed with preeclampsia, and so when I got to my labor and delivery room, this is the crazy part, guys. They didn't break my water until like maybe 2-3 hours. I'm gonna say an hour or two. They want okay. Let me see. Yeah, 2 hours after they hooked me to Pitocin. They gave me Pitocin to start up the contractions so I can get dilated more faster. So I started dilating from 4 to 10 real fast. That's what I'm saying. I was in there from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Well, yeah, 6. I had my son at 6:29 p.m. That's when he was born. But beforehand, they told me, bad news. Want you to know that it's not going to be easy delivering this baby. It's going to be kind of hard, but we got to kind of get your blood pressure down at the same time, so you wouldn't have nothing to fear. Excuse me, Mari, can you go to the room, please, babe? Okay, you'll sit on the couch just a second. Okay, pick it up and take it to the room. My kids are in the background, guys. Do you see them in the background? I'm gonna finish my story in just a second. Go to the room, please. Turn it down. Mommy's making a video, okay? Here, take this to the room. Go. Thank you. Okay, and back to my story, because my kids running around. If you see my kids in the background, guys, it's my kids running around. I don't mind it. They're being my labor and delivery video. They're my kids. Anyways, guys, they gave me these things that they said, you're not getting out of the bed. We're putting one of those bags in you to where you have to pee in the bag. So your girl was hooked to the bed. I was in catheter. I think that's what it's called, catheter. They put a catheter inside me. It was like, you're not leaving this bed. It's a serious issue. You might fall into a seizure if you get up and walk around. So we want the medicine to kick in, because your blood pressure is super, 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 super high. And it kept trying to get it down, but my blood pressure was too high, and I'm just sitting there freaking out. So me freaking out is making my blood pressure stay high. So I had to literally find ways to calm myself down. And you know what made me feel good, and honestly, this one pregnant lady, she was, I ain't gonna lie, I would never forget her. She was pregnant, and she was literally in my room. She was like, I want to see this baby born, and I want to see you okay, and I want to see you and the baby okay. So you know what she did? She stayed in the room with me. She literally, she was my nurse in triage downstairs. Well, not downstairs, because labor and delivery, they have a triage room before you deliver and stuff. Hey, Elijah and Amari, please calm down. Okay, I'm making a video. Please calm down. Calm down. I'll be in there in a second. I'll be in there in a second. My kids always, they fighting each other, guys. But anyways. Mama. Okay, baby. Okay, here. Here, go play with it. Take it to your brother's room. Go, take it to your brother's room. Shut the door, okay? Thank you. But anyways, guys. Back to my video. They put me, this one lady, she was pregnant, she was in triage with me. She was the one that's giving me my blood pressure medicine, and she was pregnant at the same time. So she was just, you know, trying to keep me calm. She was saying her last pregnancy, before she got pregnant, she was diagnosed with high blood pressure, not preeclampsia, but high blood pressure. So they gave her the same medication she was giving me. So she was, you know, telling me the side effects and, you know, how she was feeling. So it was making me feel much better. I was sitting there dizzy. The medicine makes you feel drowsy, dizzy. It's just a pill. This is just a pill. Before they gave me the IV of medicine, they gave me this pill. The pill's about that big, and they made me eat it. So she was just sitting there telling me I had all the side effects you feeling, and I felt the same way. I'm in shock. I was like nervous. I was scared, just like you. And I was like, I started calming down, and my blood pressure calmed down. It was still kind of high, but it was going down. It was one by one. The numbers were just dropping one by one because I was staying calm. And she was talking to me, but she was like, you can't leave the bed, but I do have to put these foot massager things on my ankles, because my ankles I was swollen. I was starting to swell up. I guess the medicine was making me swell up, but I was starting to swell up. My ankles were starting to swell. I was starting getting scared and scared, because it's like, I'm stuck to this bed. I have nobody here. I'm delivering this baby by myself. I have no family members, nowhere do I have my kid's father with me. I don't have nobody with me. So I'm just like, I'm sitting there freaking out in my head. And then I started saying, I prayed. Once the lady walked out the room, I prayed. I ain't gonna lie. I asked God, please let me have a safe delivery. And moments later, the other doctor walks in and was like, okay, it's been 2 hours. It's time to pop your water. I'm like, let's get this ball rolling, because I want to get this. I want to, you know, make sure my baby's healthy. I was scared. I was nervous, but you know what your girl did? I turned around and said, you know what? Give me this epidural. I got the epidural by myself. I did it by myself. I was like, okay, give me this epidural, because this girl gonna need some epidural. So let's fast forward a little bit, guys. With my other kids, I had epidurals from the first one to second one, the third one is be my fourth pregnancy. I'm making a video. Okay, you can take it and go play with it. Go play. You can take it. I don't want it. And it was a successful labor and delivery. But once my baby got here, he was diagnosed with low blood sugar, so they had to keep him in an incubator to keep him warm and safe, and they had to take him to the NICU just to check him and make sure he was okay, check his blood levels, make sure he was okay. And they kept him for like maybe 30 minutes and stuff like that. And after they kept him, he was okay. And what took the worst turn for me is when they came in the room and told me they had to, Elijah, can I tell you something? Go to the room. Thank you. Can you shut your door, please? Because you got your tablets up too loud. But anyways, guys, my kids stay in my videos. It's okay. Anyways, what made things crazier? Oops, guys, I dropped you. I'm trying to fix you guys. there's the lighting. I didn't know I could fix the lighting that way. But anyways, when they put me on the hospital bed, they told me that I couldn't leave. I couldn't go to the bathroom after I delivered the baby. They stuck me on this medication. Okay. I'm making a video. Shh. Go to your room. Okay, I'll get him in just a second. Go. Give him a hug. Give him a kiss. Give him a hug. Give him a kiss. Goodbye. Go. Okay, go. Thank you. Shut your door. My kids, they stay coming out. Anyways, guys, back to my video. I was on the hospital bed, and when my son was born, 6:29 p.m. I told you guys, they took him to check his blood levels and make sure he was okay, kept him warm. They just kept coming back and forth because his sugar levels were low, and they had to poke him. My poor baby got poked multiple times for 2 days straight. He got poked twice. He got poked when he was born. He got poked multiple times in his feet. I kind of felt sad because it's like, ugh, my poor baby. But guess what, guys? He weighed 5 pounds, 10 ounces, guys. He was an itty bitty baby. And I was just so happy that he was here. And we had a safe delivery, safe everything. I did pray. So, guys, your girl delivered. Oh, that light is so beautiful. It's lighting. My daughter had turned that light on in this video. But it's just like overall, I had a great labor and delivery video. It was magnificent. It was beautiful. My son was born. And what made me not okay is when they put me on a hospital bed, and you know, they gave me this medicine. This medicine made me feel weird. It was like, I felt like I ain't gonna lie, guys, I felt weird. Like, this medicine, it wasn't the pill they gave me. They gave me 2 doses. They gave me a pill and they gave me an IV of this medicine. I think it's called, it started with an M, Maxima. I don't know what it was called. It started with an M, guys. I'm not 100% sure what the high blood pressure preeclampsia medicine was called. But once they drilled it into my hand, once they drilled it into my hand, they gave me the medicine and stuff. Elijah, okay, can I tell you something? Say hi to my YouTube video and go bye-bye. Go. Bye. Bye. Okay, bye-bye. Bye. I don't want to hear what Mari's doing. My kids, they don't know how to act. I swear they don't. But guys, I'm gonna get ahead and wrap this video up for you guys. And I just want you guys to know that my labor and delivery story has been, my kids joined into my labor and delivery story. So you gotta kind of excuse the craziness. It's just a vlog, and it's labor and delivery story time. I try to tell you the story time and vlog my kids at the same time, and trying to be a parent at the same time, and coach my kids how to learn how to share and learn how to, you know, be next to each other, because they also like to get crazy. But before I wrap up the story, I wanted to tell you guys, the medicine they had inside me was kind of scary, and it just had me going crazy. I remember hopping on FaceTime with my baby daddy, and I was literally sitting there crying, guys, because the medicine that I had inside of me, it was making me feel drowsy and dizzy, like I was gonna pass out. And I kept telling me, what is this kind of medicine you guys giving me? I never had this medicine before, but the medicine was scary. It was scaring me. After I had my son, I was like, okay, I had the epidural, the blood pressure pill, the IV. Yes, baby. Okay, baby, I'll get in just a second, okay? So I had the blood pressure medicine, and I had the pill that was given me, and I had the 600 milligram ibuprofen as well. So I was taking all these medicines at one time, guys, and it was just crazy because, you know, I had loved ones, friends, family members, everybody was hitting me up with congratulations. I was literally in this bed, dosed up medicine left and right. I just wasn't myself, and I just wanted to get home, come home to my other kids. I just wanted to make it out the hospital, because you know, people with preeclampsia, sometimes it takes a worse turn for people out there, and they have seizures. I thank the Lord above for not having seizures, guys. It took the worst turn for me, and I just honestly hated it. I hated it. I cried, and I was just in my feelings about this preeclampsia stuff, because I never had preeclampsia. But now when I went to my checkup, my 2-week checkup with my son, my doctor told me, yes, you are diagnosed with preeclampsia. So anytime you do get pregnant, you'll be diagnosed with preeclampsia. So you'll be either delivering your baby early, or they will induce me at an early stage for my baby. So if they will induce me at 35 weeks or 34 weeks having my baby due to me having preeclampsia. That is a very scary thing, and I just pray no woman out there has to go through this. Preeclampsia is no joke, guys. So please, anybody that's pregnant out there, please take preeclampsia serious. It does cause seizures, but I did get seizures, and my doctor was like keeping me on a watch, because if I do have a seizure, I could pass out, literally pass out. So that's why my son didn't kind of been in my room. My nurses was in my room for like in and out of my room, back and forth, during when I had him. So it was coming back and forth, make sure I didn't have no seizures, and make sure the IV was okay, and I was okay. But I didn't feel okay, guys. I honestly truly did not feel okay. I wasn't myself. I didn't feel myself. I just, you know, to me it was a scary moment for me, being that I was diagnosed with preeclampsia and high blood pressure at the same time. So my heart rate was out of there, and I just didn't feel myself. I could just know myself was crying. I'm sitting there going crazy. You know, the medicine's making me feel weirder and weirder, I should say. But everybody that's diagnosed with preeclampsia has to take this medicine. The doctors were telling me, but I was like, you know, I never had preeclampsia before, so I don't know what that's like. But guys, any lady that's out there experiencing preeclampsia, I feel for you guys, because I had to go through it, and it didn't make me feel good. But guys, I want to say out there, ladies out there, I salute every woman that has preeclampsia out there, and salute you, because I had to go through it, and that took the worst turn, going into the hospital for just contractions. I literally went into the hospital room for contractions, and I came out with a newborn baby, of course. But daughter, get down. Get down. Daughter has to be in my delivery video. Say hi. Say hi to YouTube. Sorry about the hair. We're just in a mess today. We washed her hair today. She got her hair washed, guys. So I'm about to go get off this camera and go do her hair. Say, go do mommy. Go do my hair, mommy. Go do my hair, mommy. Yeah, she's trying to click the stop button to stop my video. But guys, comment, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell a friend. You know, ladies out there, tell your sister, tell your mama, tell your daddies, tell your boyfriends, tell everybody to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Tell a friend. That's what I should say, guys. Until next time, be you, do you, breathe you, love you, and guys, stay prayed up, because we need a lot of prayer in this world. But guys, this is my labor and delivery video. Peace out.